Alright, let's talk about the 2026 Oscars. This year's race is shaping up to be one for the ages, with some categories feeling like a done deal and others being thrown into complete chaos. Today, we're breaking down our official predictions for the big ones: Best Picture, all 4 acting awards, and the technical showdowns you absolutely can't miss. The Guild Awards are in, the precursors have been handed out, and for months, it looked like one film was set to sweep the whole thing. But a late-season challenger has turned this into one of the most exciting races in years. So, are we heading for a predictable night, or are a series of major upsets just around the corner? Let's get into it. Best Picture. We have to start with the biggest award of the night, Best Picture. The predicted nominees are a murderer's row of incredible filmmaking: Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another, Ryan Coogler's Sinners, Chloe Zhao's Hamnet, the Safdie brothers' Marty Supreme, Joachim Trier's Sentimental Value, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, and Yorgos Lanthimos's Bugonia. Also in the running are likely contenders like Train Dreams, The Secret Agent, and It Was Just an Accident. For the longest time, this category seemed completely locked up. Paul Thomas Anderson's sprawling epic, One Battle After Another, has been an absolute titan all season. It's been a critical darling from day one, and there's a powerful narrative at play. PTA is one of our greatest living filmmakers, with 11 nominations and 0 wins. Many in the industry feel he is long overdue, and this technically masterful and emotionally complex film feels like the perfect one to finally get him the gold. But you simply cannot ignore the challenger. Ryan Coogler's Sinners became a cultural phenomenon and hasn't lost an ounce of steam. The film, a genre-bending vampire thriller with surprisingly deep themes, made history with a predicted 16 nominations. While One Battle After Another has the gravitas and the overdue story, Sinners has the passion, the cultural impact, and the passionate support of a younger, more diverse Academy. It's a classic head versus heart vote. The other nominees, while fantastic, seem to be fighting for a distant third. So, who takes it home? Will win One Battle After Another. Despite the incredible run from Sinners, the Academy loves to reward this kind of large-scale, auteur-driven epic. The mix of critical acclaim, technical mastery, and the powerful narrative for its director makes it the safest and most logical bet. Should win, Sinners. This is tough, but what Ryan Coogler pulled off is revolutionary. He built an original, deeply personal, and wildly entertaining blockbuster that explored complex ideas of culture and identity. A win for Sinners would be a landmark moment, signaling a bold, exciting future for what Best Picture can be. Dark Horse, Hamnet. If the two frontrunners somehow split the vote, don't be shocked if voters pivot to Chloe Zhao's beautiful and poetic adaptation as a surprise consensus pick. Best Director. Now for Best Director, which is tied directly to the Best Picture race. The likely nominees are Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Ryan Coogler for Sinners, Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, and Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value. This category is, by all accounts, the biggest lock of the night. Paul Thomas Anderson's direction has been universally praised. He wrangled a massive cast and delivered a film that's both flawless and ambitious. His recent win at the Directors Guild of America pretty much sealed the deal. It feels like the entire industry has decided this is his year. Ryan Coogler's work on Sinners is arguably just as impressive, creating an original vision that's become a cultural touchstone. A win for him would be historic, as no black filmmaker has ever won the Best Director Oscar. Critics have passionately argued he deserves it for his masterful command of the film. But they are all facing a tidal wave of industry sentiment for one man. Will win, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. This feels like a done deal. After 11 nominations, the Academy isn't going to miss the chance to finally honor one of its most revered artists for what many are calling his magnum opus. Should win, Ryan Coogler for Sinners. As much as PTA deserves it, what Coogler achieved with Sinners is a lightning in a bottle moment. Built a world from scratch, took a huge creative risk, and delivered a film that has dominated the cultural conversation. That kind of boundary-pushing filmmaking deserves the highest recognition. Dark horse, nobody. Honestly, it would be one of the biggest shocks in Oscar history if Paul Thomas Anderson's name isn't called. The acting awards, the acting races this year are a wild mix of sure things and total chaos. Let's start with Best Actor. The predicted nominees are Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another, Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon. For a while, this looked competitive. DiCaprio was a powerhouse in One Battle After Another, and Michael B. Jordan's demanding dual role in Sinners was a marvel. But as the season went on, Timothée Chalamet's transformative turn as an eccentric ping-pong prodigy in Marty Supreme pulled away from the pack. It's exactly the kind of quirky, all-in transformation the Academy adores. Will win, Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme. He's got the momentum, the buzz, and the most wow performance of the bunch. Should win, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. Pulling off a complex dual performance is incredibly difficult, and Jordan created two fully realized characters who were the heart and soul of the film. His work was just extraordinary. Next up is Best Actress, where we find another heavy favorite. The expected nominees are Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Renata Reinsve for Sentimental Value, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, Emma Stone for Bugonia, and Kate Hudson in a surprise nod for Song Sung Blue. This has been Jessie Buckley's race to lose from the start. Her portrayal of maternal grief in Hamnet is, by all accounts, a devastating, tour de force performance. She has swept most of the major precursor awards, and her momentum is undeniable. Will win, Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. It's the definition of a winning performance, emotionally raw, technically perfect, and the centerpiece of a Best Picture contender. A loss would be a huge upset. Should win, Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. This is one of those great moments where the person who will win is also the one who should win. Her performance is reportedly the kind people will be talking about for years. Now, let's get to the chaos. Best Supporting Actor. This is, without a doubt, the most wide-open race of the night. The predicted nominees are Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value, Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn from One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, and Delroy Lindo or Miles Caton from Sinners. The precursor awards have given us zero clarity. Skarsgård won the Golden Globe, but Jacob Elordi was a surprise Critics' Choice winner. Meanwhile, you have potential vote splitting between co-stars Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro. The biggest red flag is that Skarsgård's film was largely snubbed by the Screen Actors Guild, which is often a bad omen. Will win, Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. In a chaotic race, voters often default to the most respected veteran. He feels like the most logical consensus choice, but that SAG snub makes this a real nail-biter. Should win, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein. Elordi's portrayal of the creature is a stunning physical and emotional performance that completely redefines the character. It's a heartbreaking turn that is the true standout of this category. And finally, Best Supporting Actress. The likely nominees are Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another, Amy Madigan for Weapons, Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners, and Inga Ibsdotter Lillias and/or Elle Fanning from Sentimental Value. This has become a fascinating two-woman race. Teyana Taylor lit up the season with a Golden Globe win for her magnetic, scene-stealing role. She has the buzz, and she's in the Best Picture frontrunner. Her main competition is veteran actress Amy Madigan, who gives a fearless performance in the horror film Weapons. There's a strong narrative for a beloved, long-working actor to finally get her Oscar. Will win, Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another. While Madigan has a great story, Taylor has the unbeatable combination, a key precursor win and a role in the presumed Best Picture winner. That's a formula that wins time and time again. Should win, Amy Madigan for Weapons. Taylor is fantastic, but her role is a brilliant cameo. Madigan, on the other hand, delivers a transformative performance that is the absolute backbone of her film. Recognizing a bold performance in a genre film for a veteran character actor would be a truly special moment. Technical showdowns in the technical categories, some of the night's most interesting battles are happening. For original screenplay, the race is between Sinners, Sentimental Value, and It Was Just an Accident. Sinners has the edge, and a win here would be a great way for the Academy to reward the film if it misses out on picture and director. For adapted screenplay, One Battle After Another is the heavy favorite. The craft categories are shaping up to be a duel between two very different, but equally stunning, films. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is a visual marvel. It's the definitive frontrunner for production design, costume design, and makeup and hairstyling. Its main competition is One Battle After Another. Tar's epic is the predicted winner for cinematography, and it's also expected to take home film editing, a crucial prize that often goes hand in hand with a Best Picture win. What a year! We've got a heavyweight fight for Best Picture, near certain locks for director and actress, and absolute mayhem in the supporting races. This is what makes the Oscars so much fun. But now I want to hear from you. Who's your pick for Best Picture? Do you think One Battle After Another will run the table, or can Sinners pull off the upset? Let me know your predictions in the comments. To wrap it up, here are our final predictions. We're calling a huge night for One Battle After Another, taking home Best Picture, Best Director for Paul Thomas Anderson, and Best Supporting Actress for Teyana Taylor. We have Timothée Chalamet and Jessie Buckley finishing the dominant seasons with wins for Best Actor and Best Actress. And in the night's biggest nail-biter, we're giving the slightest of edges to Stellan Skarsgård for Best Supporting Actor. It's shaping up to be a night of long-awaited wins and thrilling surprises. Thanks for watching.